Okay, I'm going to just do this video. It's going to be a recap of the storms and some of the current conditions going across the area or this August 8th in the afternoon. But before I get started with this weather update, I have to say that going through that storm on the Babylon train and just sailing through while literally hell was breaking loose around us with blinding rain, wind gusts, lightning all over the place. On that Babylon train, in that video, hopefully you will watch that. It was surreal. It felt like the Babylon train is just the best place to be. It's the luxurious train. I mean, maybe I'm exaggerating here, but it's the only train that you can really count on in this bad weather, and we just got through just fine. And it was amazing to me. Meanwhile, the main line was shut down and continues to experience problems. So it just goes to show you the vulnerability that we have with the weather. And it was just an incredible ride. But now it's going to start with a little with me. It's actually going to start with some video from last night of me doing going over the power outages and the radar, because I wasn't able to put this together until today, and then we'll talk about the current conditions and the storms and the precipitation totals. Nearly 5 inches of rain in North Merrick. So without further ado, I'll get started right now with this weather update. All right, let's take a look at the power outages across the area right now. So 8,398 power outages on Long Island right now. And we can look at some of the locations from this severe thunderstorm that has occurred. It looks like there's a lot in the central Nassau County area. Let's take a look and see. A lot in Elmont. And again, due to that substation being hit, I believe that serves customers in New Hyde Park as well. It doesn't just serve the railroad, I think. So let's see how many. No, I don't see any customers out of New Hyde Park right now. It's just affecting the railroad. Some major power outages. South Floral Park, 361. The big outage here in Valley Stream. Looks like Lynbrook was hit very hard. Oh yeah, big outage in Valley Stream right now. Huge outage here, affecting numerous areas here. So we have lots of power outages due to this thunderstorm. Incredible thunderstorm that we dealt with here. 883 there in North Merrick. It looks like the worst part of the storm went through here, and then as we get to Suffolk, the outages get less. A couple over here on the North Shore, really small ones. And we head out east. It looks like the storms kind of weakened when they got out east, but there's still some lightning strikes. And this is the radar from this radar is not current. This is from a little while ago, and you could see this is the storms as they started moving toward this area. And this area got hit very hard. I know people who said that their lights blinked in the this entire area here around Quorum, Selden, Centereach, Setauket, Lake Grove. All their lights blinked because lightning hit a transmission line, caused a momentary outage. So an absolute crazy storm, absolutely crazy storm, insane storm, and there will be a video later tonight of the storm. I will get it to you. You just have to be patient because there's a lot of things to talk about. We are looking at a map of Doppler estimated rainfall where the heaviest rain fell, and it looks like the heaviest rain actually wound up falling along the south shore, of Nassau County into western Suffolk and also in central Suffolk. And I'm going to be very curious to get some rainfall reports from the storm when I do a weather update tomorrow. It could be 2-3 inches, could be flooding in these areas perhaps. Looks like over here too. That is when we'll just go look at the radar, the regular radar right now. And we can actually, can we do a loop on this? I don't think it does. Oh, maybe it'll do a loop. Let's see. Actually might show the progression. Let's see. Let's see if we can do that. Not really. Sort of see that, but we'll go right to the base reflectivity here and loop that, and you can see not a whole lot going on right now, but it was a mess earlier. Alright, I was able to find this weather radar loop that somebody took from the thunderstorms yesterday, and I want to show you exactly what happened. So you can see there was a primary line that just like this line exploded as it ran into Long Island, and it actually formed. There was a cell that formed right over Hempstead and then merged with the line and intensified. You see, all these are lightning strikes in the area, and this thing just blew up as it over Nassau County. It's usually not what happens, but because the air was so humid yesterday, when this thunderstorm hit this sea breeze frontal boundary, there was just that much energy for it to just explode, and so that's why we saw what happened. The Weather Service never issued a severe thunderstorm warning for this. They only issued a flash flood warning, but I can tell you this was a severe thunderstorm. I don't know why the National Weather Service did not issue this, but they should have issued one because this was a dangerous storm. People were struck by lightning, and I don't understand why there was no severe thunderstorm warning issued for it. Only a flash flood warning for the South Shore of Nassau and southwestern Suffolk. All right, we are looking at the current conditions this afternoon across the area, and we have temperatures that are in the mid-80s, mostly over Long Island, and 84 at Farmingdale, 84 at JFK, 84 at Islip, 82 at Shirley, 84 at Hampton Bays, 82 at East Hampton Airport, and 79 at Montauk. And the dew points are generally in the mid-70s, so it still feels very uncomfortable. And as you go to New York City, LaGuardia is at 90, Central Park is at 90, Newark is at 90, and of course if we go to Toms River, that's the hot spot, 93 degrees there. So again, the heat is on over in Toms River once again. We can zoom in if we want, so you can see those numbers a little easier. Hopefully it gets a little larger for you. And again, you can see that 93 over Toms River right there. Actually, I can do this here. This way you can see it. If I mouse over it, it should display. There we go. So there you go, 93 degrees. Heat index 101. No surprise, Toms River is the hottest spot in the area, and that's not a surprise. Whereas Farmingdale, we have 84 degrees, and the heat index is only 91. So let's now take a look at the radar. So it looks like thunderstorms are on the prowl again. We have some thunderstorms forming. Looks like one just formed over Middlesex County. There's another one over Connecticut. So far, nothing severe, but again, after what we saw yesterday, anything is possible. So I want to go over the rainfall totals with you from yesterday's storms. Nothing really that impressive over Connecticut, but Bergen County did get 1.7 inches. But by far the worst of it, Nassau County. And some areas, wow. Look at North Merrick, 4.73 inches of rain. Wow, that's really impressive. That whole area got a ton of rain. North Merrick did, but then again, you go to Wantagh, 2.11 inches, not nearly as much. Very, very interesting. Franklin Square got 2.03 inches, Thomaston 1.92 inches, Massapequa 1.66 inches. So the numbers drop off. Even look at this, Merrick 1.63. So North Merrick got 4.73, but Merrick only got 1.63. And this is because the worst part of the storm actually went like right along the Southern State Parkway area, and that's why I think that's why the higher numbers are there. So we go into Suffolk County. Queens also, Belrose, 2.07 inches. And in Suffolk County, Farmingdale, Farmingville, 2.42 inches. And Islip Airport, 1.65. The number's not as high in Suffolk County. But again, a very impressive storm with very impressive numbers. That's nearly 5 inches of rain in the storm. So you know that had to cause some very localized flash flooding for sure. And I want to also look at some of these storm reports too. So lightning strike Prospect Elementary School in Hempstead from yesterday's storm. There may be a couple more of them in here. That's why I'm going through them. Here's the full report. Here's the summary. All right, so thunderstorm wind damage in Westchester, thunderstorm wind damage in Passaic, thunderstorm wind damage in Bergen, tree limbs down, A marine a thunderstorm wind gust of 39 miles an hour in Suffolk County. A lightning strike in Jamaica, Queens. A person was struck near the corner of 155th and Baisley Boulevard. And then this happened. 2 people were struck by lightning while on a soccer field at Flushing Meadows Corona Park. A flash flood in Rego Park, Queens. Thunderstorm wind damage in Herrick and Nassau County. And 3-inch diameter tree down on Devonshire. I know exactly where that is, too. Flash flood in Babylon in Suffolk County. Vehicle stuck in water at Cedar Lane and Copper Tree Lane. And a marine thunderstorm wind gust at Bellport at 45 miles an hour. I'm surprised they didn't have the substation that was struck by lightning on here, but I guess even the National Weather Service doesn't care about the main line. So that will conclude this weather update. Just wanted to recap the storms yesterday, show a little bit of the current conditions going on, but there could still be more thunderstorms today. We'll have to keep our eye out for them. But again, just a surreal. This was taken actually just a screenshot from the Rockville Center of the lightning just flashing around us, and just amazing. You folks on the Babylon branch, you're so lucky. That's all I got to say. And I don't know what the future holds here, but all I could tell you is, wow, that was one hell of a storm last night for sure, and definitely a reminder that we are just, Mother Nature is the one in charge, but it seems that the Babylon branch can get through anything, it seems, right? All right, guys, take care. Have a good night.